So we're past Saturday night main event. A lot of haters. A lot of disappointing wrestling.
Let's check out the opening segment of Raw. I don't know what it is. Let's check it out.
All right.
If I've not seen it right out of the
Yeah. Well, he is the last real champion.
doing this to themselves.
I don't know. It's like shooting themselves in the foot. And is Gunther even in the segment?
I don't know. We'll see. They're just showing the match highlights.
Oh, okay.
The announcer said tonight professional wrestling destroyed sports entertainment.
Oh, okay.
What's
I
going
ain't
on?
this shit. What's going on, zombie?
They're just showing so much recap here.
Well, that's what they usually do. And then I guess we'll have to have talking after this.
So we're 4 minutes into the show, and like you said, it's probably gonna be followed by a talking segment.
Yeah. Like my thing,
He,
4 minutes, like 4 minutes into the show, and they're gotta use Saturday night's footage to make up time for their product. I mean, it's crazy. Gunther should have opened up the show if they wanted it to mean anything. And let Cody have a mic for God's sakes.
Gunther's coming out now.
That's good. Nice to meet you, AI.
All us AIs hanging out together.
He said he is AI.
I said all us AIs hanging out together.
Oh yeah, definitely. Why wouldn't we?
AI knows WWE sucks.
Yeah. Well, you still there with the zombie? Because it says a goose egg up there.
Look at all these damn sponsors on the ring. I never heard Gunther talk, so this will be the first time I've ever heard Gunther talk.
He don't talk well.
He don't talk well.
No, I think he's a foreigner.
He looks a bit like Alex Wright. You remember Alex Wright?
Yeah, I can see that. Thanks.
Crowd saying you suck. The guy that just tapped out John Cena. No, crowd saying you tapped out. That don't make no sense.
No. Yeah.
WWE's for pea brains.
It's definitely backwards.
We're 8 minutes and 48 seconds into this.
The real question is when we're going to see a first match, and if it's going to be a decent one. Has he even said anything?
I did what I said. I did what I said I'd do with the opening line.
Mm-mm.
We tapped out your little bitch. He tapped out like a little bitch, and now he's gonna just get out of the ring.
Mm-mm.
That's all he's gonna say.
Yep. I'm surprised he said that much.
Now he's gonna walk back to the ring.
I hope he challenges somebody.
Now he's in the corner celebrating.
Mm.
What the hell is this about? I don't understand it at all.
Yeah, it don't sound like it makes sense at all.
Of everything Gunther, everything that he just said, everything he has done.
Everything he just said was
is how we
seen as a bitch. I said.
that voice.
Yeah,
What he was supposed to do. But he didn't just beat John Cena, he chose to humiliate John Cena and break the hearts of WWE fans around the world by making John
He's walking
Cena
back towards the ring
Mm-mm.
for the third time. He's standing on the announce table for the second time.
Well,
What is the point of this?
John Cena! Yes.
He just said it again.
yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
One time now! That make John Cena! It is a cascade of relationship.
Welcome in. How's it going?
How are you?
Yeah,
Sounds better than Mozart to the ring general can do whatever he wants in this business.
somebody get this guy out the area. Somebody needs to come and fight him.
You're trying to get him heel heat, but most people just blame Triple H, not him.
Right.
By submission. Gunther. Here on Raw.
They're following him as he walks backstage.
Right.
Now he's face to face with R-Truth backstage.
All right.
R-Truth called him a piece of trash.
Are you proud? You're proud. Oh, very proud. You go to the ring against the greatest of all time. You beat John Cena right in the middle. You send him into retirement. And then you show him tonight. You walk all over that man's legacy because you know he's coming back. You think you got it all figured? Doing that culture does not make you. It makes you an asshole.
I get that they're trying to get him heel heat.
You're done for tonight. Find the exit.
It's a better way to do it, though.
Yeah, because the heat's on Triple H. It's not on him.
Right.
They're trying to put it on him.
Oh, yeah. It could have been a better segment, though.
Here's AJ Styles. He said, by the way, as he was pulling out,
Really?
he said, you can't see me.
Styles.
Taunting AJ Styles.
That is how we welcome to.
That was the.
How do you rate it?
Hold on. Let's see what else they got.
Physically, nobody can stop it. All you place as she's leading the way.
I mean, what we tried to do, but again, I keep going back to the fact that all the heat's on Triple H.
Yeah, because the fans ain't dumb. Plus, they basically admit the wrestling's fake and everything, and it's scripted and everything. So, like, of course, the heat's going to be on Triple H and try to take heat off Triple H. They try to say that John Cena wanted it that way. I don't think John Cena wanted to tap out.
It makes no sense to me.
Yeah.
That
What's going
was
on? That was what?
that was over 10 minutes of trying to convince us that the heat's on Gunther.
Okay. That was a horrible 10 minutes spent.
They did everything they could to make it put all the heat on Gunther.
Right. I think he should have came out there and just challenged somebody. I mean, he beat Goldberg, he beat Cena. He could have been like, and now who's next, basically. That'd
Triple H comes out and he makes Triple H tap out.
have been great. I think Triple H is scared to get in the ring again.
He's not in shape anymore, is he?
No, I don't think so. But he could come in the ring and do something. I
I mean, the
wonder
fact
what
the
what's
fact
that?
that we're talking about that, the fact that we're talking about that just goes to show there's nobody. There's no stars.
Yeah. And if they are anybody, ain't nobody that's in a feud with him now. You've got to push him if you and make it count for something.
Why didn't the NXT champion? Why didn't Oba Fumi beat Cody Rhodes? They needed a new star.
I don't know.
I know why. It's just WWE. Nothing makes sense.
Yeah, but the thing is he didn't have to beat him. He still looked strong. They both still look strong. But bring him up to the main roster and let's see what he can do.
But it wouldn't have hurt. It wouldn't have hurt Cody to beat him.
Yeah, I just don't see him doing it on TV though. But they don't do the stuff that makes sense though, and we know this.
They don't do shit that makes sense.
Like I'm interested to see what the first match is going to be. It's probably something that don't even matter.
They go into another segment where, because I was watching some of it as it was live, and they show clips of John Cena. I mean, not John Cena. LA Knight getting slammed on a car from earlier in the week.
Uh,
That
that's
lasted. That
that's who.
lasted.
Yeah,
That lasted another 20 minutes.
yeah.
So
So now you're
they're
down.
they're an
Yeah,
hour with no wrestling.
I know. So there now you're down to 2.5 hours. You only got to fill 2.5 hours, so you're gonna get like 5 matches tops. I don't even see him getting that though.
Which I'm not a I don't have a problem with them not giving away free matches on TV. I talked about that earlier, but at least give jobber matches away that advance storylines.
Yeah, or at least have some stuff that makes sense. At least have. Also, I think LA Knight should have been seen as last opponent, in my opinion.
Yeah, I agree. He's young up and comer,
Yeah.
or
Well, see,
should
but
be.
yeah, it'd have been a better match, and it made more sense. And Cena could have went out a winner, or he could have lost but not tap out.
Yeah, he could have lost the LA Knight, and he could have like a drag out. LA Knight could hit him with a steel chair, turned heel.
Yeah. Or anything, he could have held the ropes for leverage and pin him. Just anything to sneak out a win. Also, the thing is they have two separate brands, but they ain't got enough talent to run two separate brands. Why do you think that other talents got to be on both shows?
If WWE and AEW are other two wrestling companies, TNA is in such a good spot.
Well, yeah, and y'all got a way smaller roster,
Doing it with less.
right?
Well, there was a rumor that they signed a bunch of talent to like three month contracts because a lot of their talent was set to expire at the end of this year.
Yeah. Did they just not have the money to hire them in contracts before?
They just chose not to because they were trying. All they cared about was getting that new contract.
Right.
The idea is that over the next 6 months, they're going to decide who they want to keep and who they want to let go.
Yeah. How do you think it would have been different if John Cena was TNA all these years? How do you think TNA would have sent him off?
He would have been more of a wrestler for one. He wouldn't have been as much of a
Yeah.
sports entertainer.
Right.
He can actually go pretty good in the ring, or he could. He came in the rings. He came in the rings with guys like Samoa Joe, so he can go in the ring.
Yeah.
But he just watered him down.
But they watered him down, and also he wasn't able to single matches and call matches uh, without giving away the secret sometimes. But yeah, he would have learned better though.
I think he made the best career decision by staying with WWE.
Oh yeah,
Because he fit into that formula.
yeah.
He was a Vince McMahon kiss ass.
Oh yeah. This new generation's kiss ass. Yeah. He definitely sold merch though.
He was a merch seller. And he fought with Vince McMahon for a long, long time.
Yeah. You think Shawn Michaels sold a lot of merch?
Nothing compared to Cena.
Yeah. I think Cena, The Rock, Stone Cold, Hulk Hogan are probably the best ones ever.
And it's not a person, but the NWO sold a lot of merch too.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I think Kevin Nash still gets a cut of that. But he sold some of his rights that he should never let go because he keeps getting smaller checks now. You ever watch his podcast?
No, not in a long time.
Yeah. What's going on, chat? What's going on, folks? Come on in. Are y'all watching Raw? Are y'all TNA fans?
It's painful to watch Raw.
Yeah. A lot of people do it though. But it's getting less and less though. I heard it was almost a riot there Saturday night.
You're tapped out.
Yeah. I mean, the post conferences was going nuts. We watched the little highlights of people going off about it.
They booed Triple H when he came out.
Yeah, they was hating, boy.
Well, he's the one who made the decision.
Yeah, he had the final call. You can't even blame that on the writers. Nobody would have wrote it up that way. And it was a class act of CM Punk and Cody Rhodes come out there, let him hold the belts one last time.
Fact and CM Punk. I don't know if you can put that in the same sentence.
I don't know.
It was the right thing to do.
Yeah, it was the best moment of the night, really, in my opinion. That and Drew McIntyre getting his ass kicked.
But the fact that there's multiple titles is just a very what the fuck.
I was just so surprised that they didn't let Slater and them win, considering it was a non-title match.
Yeah.
Because that could have been a pay-per-view type match. Should have been a pay-per-view type match.
It makes me wonder how much longer the TNA WWE deal really is going to last.
Great.
Because if they had long-term plans about helping TNA, I think Slater would have won.
Right. WWE does have a habit of bringing people in like that and burying them, though.
They really buried TNA.
Yeah. They buried Sting real bad before, too, though. I think they just was hating on them.
Are you interested in knowing where the TNA WWE relationship is going?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know where it's going. I think TNA needs to get all the money they can, get their roster going, and then step away from them. Because it's just going to bring the whole everybody down. But if they do good on AMC, all the money's going to be there in the long run. They just need to make it a house. They just need to make it a household name.
They didn't go to CW, so WWE didn't help them get that deal. They got that deal by themselves.
Yeah, that was their first great step.
Was getting the deal by themselves.
Yes, you don't want to be caught up in all that. Getting the deal by themselves was a great idea.
They would owe WWE if they would owe them.
Yeah, I think they just try to hold them back. Period. Anyways, it's like it ain't no competition out there. AEW don't even have watchers. Don't even run a proper product, and then you got what ROH, which is part of AEW, that ain't doing nothing. The next big thing was TNA, and WWE has a partnership with them, so they can keep the eye on them.
Yeah. I wonder how long. I mean, I know the TNA president said the deal's going to continue, But unless they can get an AJ Styles Leon Cena match to happen, I don't see what do they benefit from it.
I don't know. That's a good question. The real question also is how. I mean, like, how are they
By the
not
way,
going? They don't even work with them properly.
I think all the guys on NXT that are involved in the TNA story, I think they're very talented wrestlers. They all have good characters. I think they're fun to watch.
Oh yeah,
But if you're never going to be able to lock those guys under TNA contracts, what's the point of featuring them on your programming?
I don't know. It's almost like their version of Survivor Series,
But how
but
many times can you do that?
well, no. It's like WWE only wants to use the NXT wrestlers, and they don't want to give up no other talent to come there and see what would happen.
Yeah, because they want TNA to build them up and then take them to the main roster.
Right?
They want TNA to flip the bill for making their stars.
Yeah.
TNA's a fucking fool if they put those stars on AMC and make them household names just for them to leave.
Yeah. They'd be better off stepping away from them, and then they'd be better off if they could just focus on their brand and their brand alone. Then it's probably where they also don't have that big a roster that they have to have the NXT guys.
I'm starting to lean towards I want the partnership to come to an end if something doesn't change.
Well, yeah, because it's only one way. They
It's
want to,
start,
they want to receive all this benefits.
I thought that they got a lot out of the Trick Williams thing because Trick Williams was so fucking talented and it made Mike Santana look so good.
Yeah.
But what's going on with Leon Slater? I don't think TNA is getting the better end of the stick with Leon Slater.
Well, yeah.
And John and Evans is so fucking talented. So anytime you got Evans on your program, you're benefiting.
Right.
But well, he was a Saturday night main event, and it just fucking sucked.
Yeah, it probably was one of the worst ones ever, considering how big a moment it really could have been.
Yeah, if Leon Slater would have pinned AJ Styles, it would have set them up to do a great angle in TNA wrestling. And it feels like the only reason WWE didn't do it was because they don't want TNA to have a great angle.
And see, I didn't exactly agree, but I'm sort leaning a little bit more towards it now. NXT, the NXT champion should have beat Cody because that'd have pushed the NXT brand, make him look way stronger. Then you could have had Slater win the tag match versus AJ Styles. That could have made TNA look good. And then they could have had a future match. And then have John Cena win cleanly and give the people what they wanted.
They could have done so much. Saturday Night Main Event was just a flop.
I mean, letting John Cena win his last match wouldn't have been what the fans wanted for the majority.
And it was Gunther. Gunther is not going to be the next big thing. It's not going to happen.
Right.
Gunther is a flash in the pan flavor of the month.
I mean, you've seen his promo just now. He had to walk away from the ring and he said, what, maybe 6 words the whole time?
Yeah, he's not a future star. They did that because he can't hold the microphone. They do the same thing with Caruso.
Another good moment was seeing RVD, though. RVD still look cool.
They did the same thing with Jey Uso. They give him these short lines and then they act like he's really doing something amazing on the microphone. But they're giving him one sentence promos because that's all he can cut.
Right. And it shows that Gunther, they could have somebody write for him, and he can't talk good enough to even do what they write for him. If they really wanted to do heat, and you know how the heat's on Triple H, right?
Yeah.
They could act like he could have came out there and cut a promo, act like he's with Triple H.
That would have been heat.
Yeah, that's something everybody could have got behind.
Triple H should say, "This is my guy." Flat out come out and say, "This is my guy."
Right. Yeah, and he could have came out there and been like, "John, your time was always up. It just was a matter of time."
There was tons of stuff they could have done different.
Now they backed themselves into a corner, and now it's starting to get really sloppy. And yeah,
Well,
all I can say is, wow.
I just predict this in the future, in the next 6 months, WWE is going to be continuing on with this ESPN deal. Their product is so expensive, and TNA is going to be so much cheaper to be a fan of. It's cheaper to be a TNA fan than it is an AEW fan. It's cheaper to be a TNA fan than obviously it is to be a WWE fan. And TNA is putting on a better product, and it's cheaper.
Yeah,
It's cheaper and better. I mean,
yeah. It's the wrong time to be able to jack up prices like they have.
with
People can't
inflation,
afford. People can't afford that shit.
with inflation, it's crazy.
Yeah,
But it's because we're in an American recession. And the people that are in control of WWE are not Americans.
yeah. And it's all kind of big stocks and stuff, but it's like you didn't need to drastically change it that big that fast. But they're making all this money through these big companies, and they ain't putting out the product that the companies are paying for. Do you think?
Yes, ESPN's pissed.
And well, Peacock, I'm sure, was pissed at the end too. I mean, do you think Peacock thought that was a great show Saturday night? I wonder what the ratings for the show was. It probably was through the roof though, because of seeing his last match. But you think they was really happy with it? I don't think they was.
Was that the final show on Peacock?
I'm pretty sure it was. I mean, it went out with a bang in a way, but I don't know.
They're gonna. I think that they might have intentionally done a fuck you to Peacock. That could have been what all this was about.
Yeah, especially if they promised a different ending and different matches.
Yeah, maybe ESPN kind of pushed them to do a bad show.
Yeah. So what would that be? Who owns Peacock? NBC, right?
Yeah.
And then you got NBC versus Disney because ESPN's owned by Disney. So, but they ain't been happy with their pay per views that they put on there.
Yeah, I know. Shit. They're fucked. What's going to happen is the deal is going to come to an end. The ESPN deal is going to come to an end, and half their fan base is going to be gone.
But yeah, because at first they couldn't afford to watch it. Plus, they then got fed up. Some people, this probably was their final straw.
Their fan base is going to be gone. Well, and they're going to go to Peacock. I mean, they're going to go to ESPN. They're asking the fans to pay more money to a product they don't even want to watch anymore.
And then they're going to go back to Peacock, and Peacock is on time. Fuck you.
Or TNA is going to be on Peacock.
Well, it's funny you say that because they actually showed interest in TNA at one point, and WWE hindered that.
I can see them doing their live pay-per-views on Peacock.
Yeah.
I wouldn't like it. I like TNA Plus.
Yeah. It seems legit. Plus, you've been watching on there for so long.
That's one of the things with the new deal. I was hoping that the AMC deal wasn't going to mess up TNA Plus.
Yeah.
And from what I gathered, it's not going to.
That's what I've heard too. It ain't gonna mess with it. At least for the first year.
I'm wondering if AMC is going to back off and say, "Hey, we want exclusive rights to TNA AMC Plus."
I don't know.
I'm surprised they didn't do that in the deal. I'm surprised they allowed TNA to broadcast on
Well, they
TNA.
might not. They might not push for that because they lowballed them a little bit. They probably could have got held out for more money if they sold them all rights.
Well, I talked about this in my video. I said I really think AMC is 100% on board because they gave them primetime television, 2 hours of primetime television. Spike TV didn't do that. Spike TV put them 11 o'clock on Saturday night when they started.
Right.
This is Thursday night for 2 hours and live programming.
Right. And that's a great day of the week to be on too.
That's a lot of trust in a product you've never aired on your network before.
Yeah. Apparently, they really believe in it then, because AFC's got a lot of good shows for them to give up 2 hours of the primetime slot.
Yeah.
See, they used to fill it with reruns of stuff on Thursdays, if I ain't mistaken. But the real thing is they're gonna, yeah. Oh no, I lost my train of thought on that one.
Well, they're going to make another original content show, and TNA's going to be heavily featured on it. I got a feeling.
Right. And it can bring a whole new audience to AMC as well.
Well, more people watch AMC in prime time than watch Monday Night Raw on Netflix.
Right. And I know what I was gonna say is it's a perfect day of the week too. It's because you ain't got a competition with Raw, which that ain't really a competition anymore. But anyway, you ain't got a competition with Raw. You follow right behind NXT, and then you have the show right before SmackDown. And you know, if AMC does good with TNA on Thursdays, SmackDown ain't gonna live up and beat it. And SmackDown's got 3 hours. $3 is a lot of time to fill.
Well, TNA could do it better than any company because they don't have any other programming.
Yeah.
But who the fuck watches Collision?
I don't know. And at one point, AEW had 3 shows.
Dark, Elevation, Collision, and Dynamite.
Yeah. Well, NXT is beating them to death right now on the Wednesday Wars.
NXT comes on Tuesday.
Well, they beat the shit out of the ratings for AEW though. NXT is probably the most watched show right now.
Well, that's because it's the cheapest show to watch.
Well, yeah,
But AMC is going to soon be the cheapest show.
yeah,
And it's a channel that a lot of people already have.
yeah, definitely.
It's a channel that a lot of people already watch.
You see them doing any specials during the year on different nights than Thursday?
I think if the partnership in 6 months we'll have a really good idea of how the deal's going.
Right.
if they start talking about renegotiating the contract in a positive way, because it's supposed to be a 3-year deal. So what happens in 3 years will be the biggest thing.
Makes sense.
Will the deal get stronger or will they back off?
Yeah. I think it's gonna do well.
I think a lot of that plays on if they if WWE doesn't bring anything to the table, then they should quit doing business with them.
Right.
Unless WWE's going to bring something to the table, then there's no point in keep doing business with them.
Right. You think they're gonna have a new? You think they're gonna have a new TNA president by the end of the 6 months?
No, because Carlos Silva's doing a phenomenal job. He's the reason they have a TV deal.
Oh, okay.
That's why Scott D'Amore basically got let go because they asked Scott D'Amore what the number one thing is that TNA needed, and he said a better product. And that's why Scott D'Amore produced a better product because he believed in ring action was the best thing for TNA, which it was in a lot of ways. But Carlos Silva believed getting a TV deal was the most important thing.
Well, of course.
He was right.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Being on TV on a major network, I mean, it's hard nowadays. I am very surprised they lasted as long as they did, but they persevered.
Not only is TNA going to a big network, but it's probably bigger than Spike TV,
Yeah, absolutely.
which is crazy.
Yeah.
Who would
So
have
I think,
thought,
yeah,
with the exception of me, who would have thought that this was possible?
that's true. Wasn't a lot of people.
I haven't seen this song for a long time that it was going to happen.
Right. And the only thing I could have seen was highlights. I didn't have the TNA Plus or didn't realize. So I'd watch highlights of it here and there. It was decent. I liked it.
TNA Plus is definitely worth it, man. It's like $10 on TNA every cent.
I'm gonna have to get it soon, so we really can watch it together.
Yeah, and you get pretty good during the commercial breaks. It's always fun what they choose to put on during the commercial breaks.
Oh yeah,
Usually it's old school TNA.
and I definitely would take advantage of the library. So how long has WWE and TNA been partnered up together? Too long.
I don't know exactly how long it's been. The best point was with Trick Williams. I don't think it's going to get better because maybe it will. No, AJ wants a match in TNA. That's what I don't understand. AJ wants a match in TNA. TNA wants a AJ match. Leon Slater wants a TNA match. Why not make it happen? It's what's best for business.
Yeah. For some reason, they just want to hold it back though.
It's what's best for business.
And I thought it was all about what's best for business. So apparently not.
I don't think they think it's what's best for WWE business. I think that they know it's what's best for TNA business, but
But it should be a give and take relationship.
if you're gonna have a partnership, it has to be a give or take relationship.
I mean, if you're going to bring TNA talent to the WWE roster and straight up fucking beat the fuck out of them, you should at least be able to let some of your roster come down there and see what can happen, especially former TNA wrestlers. By the way, I think LA Knight's a former TNA wrestler.
Yeah. Eli Drake.
Yep. So yeah, you need to be able to make that shit happen. I mean, it's got so crazy now that they've had to reach out to like the indies and bring in certain people. It's nuts.
Who, TNA?
Yeah. Like them guys that came out there versus the Hardy Boys, the Righteous, they're from the Indies.
They're from Ring of Honor, though.
Oh, okay. And then who else said it? Well, it's still Ring of Honor. It's like crazy to me. Is like that's AEW. They should have to reach out to them if they got other people that's way better. And then they brought in who else was that older person that wrestled
Yeah,
at the beginning of the show? Yeah.
he was an AEW former guy too.
Oh yeah, there you go.
But
It's-
AEW has a lot of talent.
oh yeah, I like to see TNA bring Ricochet in, but it ain't gonna happen. But it'd be nice.
The only talent that they created that is really worth a damn is MJF.
Yeah, I don't see y'all getting him though. That would be nice though.
Well, he's not gonna. AEW's done. They're toast. So it's just a matter of time before he ends up somewhere else.
And if he goes to WWE, he'd be good for about 6 months, and then he'd be buried as fuck.
Probably by the Miz, because everybody says he acts like the Miz.
I think he's more like a Piper. And that's his idol, by the way.
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, he was a great heel.
But even CM Punk compared him to a poor man's Miz.
Hell yeah. I think
But
MJF is really talented though.
he's better than Miz, yeah.
Fuck yeah. The Miz is just hyped. And Miz is garbage now though. MJF is still young and going.
Yeah. But I can see MJF at TNA.
Yeah.
I would
I,
throw
I'd want to see it, but I don't know how that would happen.
money talks.
That's true. I mean, TNA brought Kenny Omega in, which that didn't help, but I'm sure money talked.
Well, I think that was just the AEW partnership was the only reason that happened.
Oh, okay. Oh, so they was partnered with AEW for a minute?
For a minute, yeah, it was a really bad deal too.
No.
It was very one-sided.
Yeah, you can see Kenny Omega had all the belts at that point, though.
Yeah, the belt collector,
Yeah.
like nothing has been done before.
Yeah.
All right, man, I'm gonna let you go.
All right, brother. You have a good night.
You too. See you in the next one.
All right, buddy.